Hello everyone. Good morning to all of you. Am I live? Am I visible? Give me a minute to confirm if I'm clearly live visible. I will start the session ahead. Give me only 1 minute. Okay. I hope it's working. Let me see if I can see your comments also. I will start the session ahead. I can see your comments also. Yes. So it's working. Yes. So I welcome you all for today's session. A very good morning to all of you. I am Dr. Priyanka Sachdev here, and I'm really happy to announce that today I'm going to start a new batch for PSM on huge demand of students, and I'm going to start this batch. The batch is free. The sessions will be on YouTube only, and I will teach community medicine PSM important topics. So I am going to teach the topics which are important according to the university exam. So here in India for the IMGs, we have PSM community medicine as a subject in third prof. So in the third prof, students have to write their university exam, which includes a major subject as PSM. So many students find difficulty in that. That's why many students requested me, and I plan to start a new batch, a fresh batch in which I am going to cover important topics of PSM for the university exam. So I will cover the short questions as well as long questions. Important for that. Not only this, with every topic we will do last 5-year MCQs from the competitive exam. By competitive exam, I mean NEET PG, FMGE and ICT. So if you compile the 5-year MCQs of these three exams, you are getting prepared for the next. The other exams, the competitive exams for all exams. So PSM is a major subject. Many students find the language of the PARC difficult, and the volume of the PARC is big. They are unable to read and retain it. So here my purpose is to simplify it, to concise it, and to fit in your mind permanently. I can guarantee after watching my lecture, you don't have to revise the topic anywhere else. It will just fit in your mind till your exams. Anyways, so without wasting any further time, let me start. So today I'm going to teach you a small topic, the indicators of health. The indicators of health, the indicators of socio-economic development of the country. So before starting that, let me teach you what is health. What is the WHO definition of health? What definition WHO has given for the health? WHO has WHO have defined health, but WHO have not defined disease. So you must learn the WHO definition of health, which is given in 1948. You cannot alter the words because this definition is given by WHO. You have to write as it is. So please learn it, right? Please understand it, then learn it, right? So what is health? Health is a state in which initially we take only three components. If you are physically fit, if you are mentally fit, and if you are socially fit, then you are said that you are healthy. For health, you require three components according to WHO: physical, mental, and social well-being. I am repeating again. Some people think that health is only related to physical. If you are physically healthy, sometimes we are physically healthy, but mentally we are tired, we are depressed, so we are not healthy. So you should be physically healthy, you should be psychologically also healthy, that is mentally healthy, and socially also you should be healthy. You should have a social relationship with the society, with other persons, with family persons, and you should be happy in your society. So physical, mental and social. Physical, mental and social. You can learn PSM, right? The three components of health, not merely the absence of disease, right? Sometimes people say absence of disease is equal to health. No. Absence of disease is not health. Health is a combination of three things: physical, mental and social well-being. Initially this definition was given, but later on, after many years, the definition is modified and we added two more components. What are two more components? The ability to lead a socially and economically productive life. So socially and economically productive life lead करने के लिए you require these three components. So what is health? Can anyone of you define health for me? Please give me the WHO definition of health. Very important. It comes for very short question in your university exam. The WHO definition of health given in 1948. So health is a state of three things. What are the three things? Aditya, Roshni, Ram, Osama, Manoj, anyone else who is watching me live? What are the three components of the health given by the WHO? Can anyone? A health is the state in which the person is physically, mentally and socially well-being. Socially. So the three well-being is known as health. To lead a very good Osama. To lead what life? Osama, to lead which type of life? To lead socially and economically productive life. So this is the complete definition. The 5 components should be summarized like this. Yes, Raja. Yes, Rohit. Very good. So apart from 3 components, Osama, Raja, you should know to lead a socially and economically productive life. This is the purpose. And you must add in the definition one more thing which you are not saying. Not merely absence of disease. Not merely absence of disease. Some people think absence of disease is health. No, not merely absence of disease. Now ask yourself, are you fitting in this definition? Are you healthy? Are you physically, mentally, socially healthy? I guess most of the students are physically and socially they are healthy, but mentally they sometimes feel depressed, because of the studies, the burden, and they feel frustrated. So you should be healthy always, physically, mentally, socially, to lead an economic and productive life. That is health. Now, no one is healthy. I asked you, are you healthy? Even I am not healthy. All the 5 components together is an idealistic idea. It is not realistic. It is idealistic. What is idealistic? Idealistic is something that should happen but that cannot happen. What is the idealism? Idealism means that should but that can't. That is the meaning of idealism. So we all want to become healthy, but we can never have 5 components together at one time. So it is an idealistic goal, but it is not a realistic proposition. You got my point? No one of us is healthy. Someone is lacking where, someone is lacking where. Someone is not physically healthy, someone is not mentally, someone is not social well-being. Someone is having all 3 but not leading an economic productive life, right? So no one is healthy. And one more thing, it is not a state. It is a dynamic concept. Just suppose if I being healthy, if I tried harder and achieved all the 5 components together, I am trying to become healthy. And I achieved it, most of the components, and I become healthy. But I have to maintain it. It is not a one-day job that today I am healthy, so I will be healthy forever. No, you have to maintain it every day till death, right? So it is a dynamic concept, goes on changing. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. So simple definition of health given by WHO we have done. Does your life have any quality? How to measure the quality of life? How you can compare the quality of life in one country as compared to other country? The quality of life is better in India versus in US or in other countries, right? We can compare. So can you compare the quality of life? You will say, ma'am, the quality, many say the quality of life is better in US, not in. So what are the criteria? What you are exactly comparing? What? So there should be a criteria now to measure the quality of life in various regions in a population. So which population is having a better quality of life? So for measuring quality of life, we are having 5 indices. That is the topic for today. Everyone give me a thumbs up. Everyone. Right? Everyone. So there are 5 indicators to measure the quality of life. One more thing. This quality of life is a subjective thing, not objective. Right? Sometimes just suppose I am leading a life. I think I am having a quality life, right? But you think mass life is not very quality, right? Every time she is teaching. What is the quality in her life? But I am very happy with my life. I'm enjoying it. I'm having. So it is a subjective feeling. You got my point? It is not objective. It is subjective, changing from person to person. So quality of life is a subjective measurement. We can measure with 5 indicators. What are the 5 indicators? I will teach you all 5, right? Physical quality of life index PQLI, right? Human developmental index HDI. These 2 are achievement index, that is positive index or achievement or positive. So if you want to compare 2 countries like India versus US, which is having more quality, the persons residing in India having more quality of life or the persons residing in US have more quality of life? Who will have? So who will decide? So we will see the achievements in India and we will see the achievements in US. I will tell you which achievements. These are positive indicators. Apart from which we are having 3 negative indicators also. That is human poverty index. See the poverty in India, see the poverty in US. And multidimensional poverty index. It is also poverty index. And global hunger index. These 3 are negative index or known as deprivement, not achievement, deprivement. We will see the deprivement in India versus US. People are deprived of what thing? Here people are deprived of what thing? So for comparing quality between 2 populations, you can see the achievements of these 2 populations and compare them, or you can see the deprivation of these 2 populations and compare them. Then you can decide which population is having more quality. For that we are having 5 indicators. The 2 achievement, that is positive indicators, and 3 deprivement, that is negative indicators. Everyone give me a thumbs up. I'm trying hard. You got my point? So what are the 5 indicators I'm going to teach you? I request all my dear students who are listening me live right now to take a pen, to take a notebook and draw this with me. You are attending live now. There should be some advantage given to you. Many will watch the recording also till evening, till night. But you are watching me live. Take the advantage. If you have any doubt, please interact with me. I will solve your doubt, right? Now take a paper, take a pen, and please draw it with me. Once for all, we will finish the chapter, right? All 5 indicators are written in front of you, right? The first one is HDI, Human Developmental Index. We will start from here. The second is PQLI, Physical Quality of Life. So these two are positive indicators. It also have 3 things. It also have 3 things inside that. The 3 components. I will tell you what three. You can compare it. Then the second, now in negative index, we have Human Poverty Index. It is divided into 2 portions, HPI 1 and HPI 2. Right. So I will tell you what is the difference between them. This is for developing country. This is for developed country. I will tell you. But nowadays, HPI is replaced by international component. That is multi-dimensional poverty index. MDPI. I will tell you what is that also. And the last one is global hunger index. So if you see the 3 component of all of them, now in the end you will get confused, ma'am, which component belongs to which one. So that's why the most easiest way to learn it, to make a table. Are you people with me? Can I start? I must. Let me start HDI. Let me start the first component, HDI. So what is the full form of HDI? You will fill it with me and we will solve many MCQs also based on that, right? Now in your university exam, if you're a 3rd prof student, you get short note on each of them. The short note, the 3-mark question. Or if you are getting a long question, it will be write all the indicators of which indicates the quality of life. So in that you have to write all, right? So it can be a long question, it can be a short question. Very good. Yes, Rashmi, Gaurav, very good. Roshni, very good. So HDI, I am starting with HDI. Human Developmental Index. So as I've told you, it is an achievement index. So it is based on the achievements. It is having 3 components. What are the 3 components? Now, every country have life expectancy at birth. Listen, let me draw 2 population. This is population A. This is population B. Just for an example, it can be anything. Just for example, population A is India and population B is US. You can take any 2 regions of this world, of this globe, right? Now, India have different mortality and morbidity, its own mortality and morbidity applicable on that. And US has its own mortality and morbidity, So based on country to country, you have different mortality and morbidity. So if any child is born today in India, just suppose today one child is born, one neonate is born here, right? So what is the life expectancy of that child? Because the child is born in India. We are assuming that the child will live in India only. The newborn will live in India only throughout the life. So applying current mortality and morbidity on that particular neonate, what is the life expectancy of that neonate in India? Will the child will live up to 60 years of age or 70 years of age or 80 years? So we have life expectancy which differs from country to country, right? Based on that particular country mortality and morbidity data, applied that. You got my point? So in India, if today any newborn is born, imagine आज एक newborn का birth हुआ India में. So for how many years the newborn is going to survive? That is known as life expectancy at birth if we apply current mortality on that child. The current mortality of India on that child. Give me a thumbs up on this point. So the first component of HDI is life expectancy at birth, which is known as longevity. Longevity, how much the people will survive. Longevity. Give me a thumbs up. You got it? Yes. The second is knowledge. How to measure knowledge of 2 population? How to measure the knowledge of 2 population? This is population A, this is population B. The 2 countries, the 2 cities or anything. How to measure the knowledge? I want to measure the knowledge. Which population is more knowledgeable? Which population is more knowledgeable? A or B? How to measure it? So we take 2 indices here, the sum of the 2. So how many people are going school here? How many people are going school? So years of schooling, right? So we take mean years of schooling. Mean, yani average. Average years of schooling in this population. So everyone goes to school for how many years? Mean years of schooling and expected years of schooling. Expected is always more and mean is always less. We expect more, that everyone should go at least to school for 13 years. 12 years from 1st class to 12th class. For becoming till 12th pass, and before that there is KG1, KG2, nursery something. So we expect how many years? schooling में college is also included by the way, right? And expected years of schooling. So same we can compare here also. So we take basically two components for knowledge, mean years of schooling and expected years of schooling, right? So by comparing these two, so what is the mean year of schooling and expected in India and what is the mean and expected in US? By looking to that numbers, we can say which population is more knowledgeable. The population which is going to school for longer years, that population is more knowledgeable. That can be the summary. Give me a thumbs up. Literacy rate, very good, Gaurav. So literacy rate is also an indicator of schooling, of knowledge, but human developmental index, Gaurav, doesn't take literacy rate. Literacy rate that you are talking about na, that component is taken in PQLI, not in HDI. HDI में literacy rate नहीं है, Gaurav, mind it, right? But you are absolutely right. With the help of literacy rate also we can test the knowledge. But here for knowledge we use two things, mean year of schooling and expected years of schooling. Give me a thumbs up. And last is the income. Income per capita. Per person का income कितना है वहाँ पे? GNI per capita. First we calculate for one family and per member of that family. So per person GNI per capita. So we can compare it in the two countries. So by seeing these three components in one country and in other country, we can compare which country have better quality of life. Can you tell me what are the three components? HDI. Anyone tell me the summary of HDI? The three components of HDI. Human Developmental Index. First of all, Human Developmental Index is the index to measure the quality of life between two population A and B. Which population is having more quality of life? To compare that, we have a subjective components. So we have three components here. So take three components in population A and three in population B and compare them. So the summary which will have more quality of life. You got my point? What are the three components? Yes, very good. Roshni, very good. So make a mnemonic na, Roshni. So everyone will be easy. For everyone it will be easy to learn. The mnemonic is kill. K-I-L, kill. Can we say this mnemonic? Yes, the mnemonic is K-I-L. HDI is kill. K-I-L, one L, right? K stands for knowledge. I stands for income. And L stands for longevity. Now you will never forget. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. You got it? Now tell me how to test knowledge, how to say income and how to say longevity. Tell me. For knowledge, we take two things. The mean years of schooling and expected years of schooling. MYS and EYS. Right? Learn the full forms. For income, we take GNI per capita. Yes. And for longevity, we take life expectancy at birth. By birth, I mean 0 day. As soon as the child is born. Today I will say what is the life expectancy. Today, if the child is surviving in India, only today the child is born. Imagine a newborn, a pregnant lady got delivered and today a newborn is born in India, in any hospital, anywhere. So if that neonate will remain in India only throughout the life, not going in, settling in some other country. So what is the life expectancy of that neonate? That is known as life expectancy at birth. It differs from country to country because every country has its own mortality rate. You got my point? So kill is the mnemonic. Everyone, yes, Ram, Osama, Rahul, very good, Roshni, right? So that is about the HDI. So HDI values differ from 0 to 1. If you compile these three indicators and do a sum of them, so it is 0 to 1. 0 is the worst quality and 1 is the best quality of life, right? None of the country have 0, none of the country have 1. We fluctuate between. So let's talk about India. We are interested in India. In PSM, I will teach you all the data, all the the values of India only. So what is the HDI value of India? It's 0.6. Between 0 to 1, it's just more than the center, 0.6. But learn up to 3 digits. It's 0.633. This is the latest 2021 data I am giving you, not the old one. The latest 2021 का SRS data के according, this is the India's value. Please learn it. ये बहुत repeat होता है exams में. 0.6. Every year it changes. In 2022 the new data will come, the new value will be there. So every year it will change. So please update it. Update. The components will not change, but this value changes every year. Right? So 2021 का ये value है 0.633. You can trust. ठीक है? So total 186 countries का हम compare करते हैं. in the world. So what is the ranking of India? Oh my God, the rank of India is 132. Right, so towards the end and only in India the quality of life is not very good. We have 131 countries ahead of us which are living a better quality according to HDI. 131 countries are there which are having a better quality of life than India. Out of total 186 countries, if we compare the quality of life in all of them using HDI, India stands at 132 number. The rank of India is 132 out of 186, which is not very good. We should be rank 1, na? Right? Rank 2, rank 3, top 10, right? So there are 131 countries which is having a better quality of life than India. So please learn the data. You got it? Say yes, you got it. So the summary of the HDI. Tell me the three components, 1, 2, 3. Tell me the value of India. Tell me the rank of India. Tell me the range. Who will help me? It is done. HDI done. The components are KIL, KIL. So it's knowledge, income and literacy, longevity, right? Range is 0 to 1, right? What is the value of India? 0.633. What is the rank of India? 132 out of 186, right? So can we go ahead? Yes, Osama, itna kharab rank. So we have to improve the quality, right? We can do so. Being a doctor, at least we can work on the life expectancy. Being a doctor, if we give good services now to our population in India, so gradually the mortality and morbidity rates in India will reduce, Osama, and gradually the longevity will increase. So at least one of the component is in our hands. The knowledge is in not our hands. Our means doctors. The knowledge is in who's the education minister. So in that hands the knowledge is there. They should increase mean year of schooling by providing free education and all. And income is also not very much in our hands, right? So that is, at least the longevity is in the hands of the healthcare providers. That is my point. So gradually we all should work together, right? And we should try to increase it. Increase means to give a better rank. Increase the value. The value will be more, better will be the rank. Give me a thumbs up. Can we go? Can we go? Gaurav, things are best in India if we take those. So yeah, but Gaurav, there should be some components now that should be comparable in all countries. You cannot say ki in my country these things are best, so I will take these only in consideration. So we are taking, now I am saying the rank is 132 or the value is 0.6 according to HDI. If you follow HDI, these are the values. If you don't follow HDI, you take some other component as you are talking about. So you can say yes, the quality of life is good in India. But according to HDI, the data says this. I don't say this. This is the data given in the park, right? So the data says this. Anyways, you have to learn it and let's proceed. So we are done with HDI. We are done with HDI. Okay, tell me the minimum and maximum values of all. Minimum and maximum of the three components. Just for suppose life expectancy at birth. Life expectancy at birth. There are some countries in which minimum it is only 20 years. So when a child is born, newborn is born, we expect that newborn will survive only 20 years. Based on that country health status, right? But maximum it's 83. 83 is of Japan. Japan is the country having maximum life expectancy, right? It's 83. In India, it's somewhat between 65 to 67. Exactly, I will tell you the latest data, right? 83 is for Japan. Mean year or expected year of schooling, there are some countries in which child don't go to school at all. Don't go. They don't even go to school. So minimum it's 0. But maximum expected, we expect everyone should go to school plus college together for 20 years. How many years you are going to school since your childhood? Count it. So expected it's 20, right? But in India mean it's only 13.2, right? Income we say in dollars. So minimum it's 163 and maximum it's a number. Don't learn these values, I'm just telling you. Don't learn. So we are done with HDI, I guess. Let me come on PQLI. Then we will compare the two. In HDI we learn kill. Actually here also kill. In PQLI also we have the three components kill, but in kill there is some change. The I is different. In HDI the I was income. Yes, the I was income. But in PQLI I is not income, I is infant mortality rate. Right? K for knowledge, but here knowledge measurementally we have two components. Mean year of schooling and expected years of schooling. Here knowledge we take literacy rate as knowledge. Knowledge is tested with the help of literacy rate. Right? And here also longevity. Longevity means life expectancy at birth. Here we don't take L is longevity, but life expectancy not at birth at 1 year. So all the three components are bit change. Let me explain you why. PQLI believes Now you will ask me, ma'am, why? If already HDI we are having a component, why there is a need to launch another component PQLI? Because there are some persons who believe money is not everything. What do you think? Money is required to live a quality life, yes or no? To some extent, up to me, to some extent money is required, but after that there is flattening of the graph, and even on having more money the quality cannot be increased, right? So some people think that the HDI, one of the component of HDI is income. The country, the persons having more income have more quality of life, and the country having less income have less quality of life. So income was given a major role in HDI, but some people opposes it. They say ki no, income, money is not everything, and money is not always required to lead a quality life. It is required, but it should not be a major component. So that's why they took another three components and they didn't include income in that. You got my point? Say yes. You got my point? So yeah, so PQLI is the another index by which we measure the quality of life, right? So what is the full form of PQLI? Physical Quality of Life Index, PQLI. They believe, they have not taken income per capita as one of the component. They have not taken it because they believe money is not everything. That's why they launched another criteria, the three component. Okay. So here instead of income, you take I only, I. But I here is not income. It's infant mortality rate. What is infant mortality rate? Rashmi, Aditya, Gaurav, Chotu, Ram, Sunanya, Osama, anyone, Kishore. What is infant mortality? What is the infant? What is the age? Up to what age we say infant? Infant कितने age तक होता है? Up to what age we say infant? Very good, Gaurav. Up to 1 year. Up to 1 year we say the person is infant. So up to 1 year, how many deaths are there in your country? This age, up to 1 year, 0 to 1 year की जो age होती है ना, this age is very fragile, very delicate, right? So you have to see in your country how many persons in this age group. That is how many infants are dying in your country in this age group. That will reflect the health status condition of your country. If your country have good doctors, good nursing staff, good hospitals, good machines, good techniques, so this should be low. IMR should be low. So infants will not die or less die in your country. But if your country do not have good doctors, good services, good hospitals, good equipments, good healthcare services, ultimately they don't have it. So infant mortality rate is high. So it is the best indicator to look the country's health status. उस कंट्री में डॉक्टर्स हॉस्पिटल्स कैसे हैं ये देखने के लिए दो कंट्री का आईएमआर देख लो. यू जस्ट सी द वैल्यूज. इनफैंट मोर्टिलिटी रेट कहां का कितना है. सो दैट इज द बेस्ट इंडिकेटर टू रिफ्लेक्ट द हेल्थ स्टेटस ऑफ दैट कंट्री. आई गेस यू गॉट माय पॉइंट. से यस. So we have to take one particular age now. So we selected 0 to 1 years because this age is very fragile. Right. So in infancy, all infants require some or the other medical conditions. They have diarrhea, they have respiratory infection. Sometimes on birth only they require NICU, ICU. Right. So that reflects the country's health status. Anyways, so instead of income, we are taking IMR. Give me a thumbs up on this point. Instead of I, income, we say IMR. I is same, but income नहीं है, IMR है. ठीक है, you got it. What was the life expectancy there in HDI? We take life expectancy at birth, but here no use to take the life expectancy at birth. You are already taking IMR. Up to 1 year included there. Up to 1 year तो वहां हो गया ना. So you take life expectancy at 1 year, not at birth. You got my point. So after in IMR you have already seen who is dying, who is surviving. Now the one who are surviving after IMR, after 1 year, just at 1 year, see the life expectancy 1 year के बाद आगे की कितनी probability है उसको survive करने की. You got my point. Here you are already taking IMR. So don't take life expectancy at birth. Take life expectancy at 1 year. That is my point to explain you. Now you will never forget if you have understood it. So second is life expectancy is there, but not at birth. It is at 1 year. The third is the knowledge. In HDI, to measure knowledge, we see schooling. How many years the person is going to school. Schooling, years of schooling, mean and expected. Here we don't see schooling. We see literacy rate. Someone among you was asking na literacy rate. Gaurav, yes, what is literacy rate? You told me na literacy rate. So we take literacy rate as to indicate the knowledge of a country. There is country A, country B. You want to test which country is more knowledgeable. This country people are more knowledgeable or this country people. What indicator you will use? So in HDI we were seeing how many years of schooling the population this is having and the years of schooling here. So years of schooling we were taking. Here we take literacy rate. So what is literacy rate? What is literacy rate? What is literacy rate? So literacy, what is a person known as literate? आप literate किसको बोल? Are you literate? Yes, of course. You all are studying from me. You are watching my lecture. You all are literate. What is the definition of literacy? Literacy. What is the definition of literacy? How many persons are literate in your country? Literacy की definition क्या है? Listen, the person who can read, who can write, and who can understand the reading, writing, whatever he is reading, writing, who can understand. So the person who can read, write and understand at least in one language. It can be Hindi, it can be English, it can be Marathi, it can be Telugu, it can be any. At least in one language. That person is known as literate. But you know, I'm having a baby. My baby's age is less than 7 years. Up to 7 years children don't understand now. They can't read, or they start reading, they can't write. They start writing, they don't understand. So here a age limit is 7 years. More than 7 years this definition is applicable. Less than 7 years we can't say that my baby is illiterate. He will become literate once he crosses the 7 years. You got my point? So basically this definition is after 7 years. So age limit is 7 years because child cannot read, write and understand the three things. At least the child will require 7 years. At 2 or 3 years we start the schooling of the child. Usually age is 2 to 3 years, right? And after that he will understand, read, write, learn everything. And after 7 years, if the child can do the three, he is literate. If can't do, he is illiterate. So think, in a country how many persons are literate? The person who can read, write and understand at least in one language. You got my point? There are many persons in our country. Just suppose I am having a maid. She can read but she can't write, right? So I will say she is illiterate. She is not literate because she can read. She say you just write, I can read but I cannot write, right? So read, write and understand, all three things should be there at least in one language. So how many persons in your country are literate? That is your literacy rate out of the 1,000, right? So see, compare the literacy rate of the two countries. So knowledge is tested here by literacy rate. You got my point? So that is PQLI. Can we compare the two? Can we compare? So yeah, one more thing, PQLI is not 0 to 1, it's 0 to 100. Here 0 represents the worst and 100 represents the best, right? It's like 0 to 1 in HDI but 0 to 100 in PQLI. What's the rank of India here? The rank, not rank, India's value is 70. What was the India's value there? 0.633. Here it's 70. There it's 0 to 1, here 0 to 100. So I'm done with 2. Can you compare the two? We will make our own comparison. Can you help me for comparing? You have to fill it here. Can you help me? We will draw it again here. Please everyone participate. HDI, PQLI. Try to say the full forms first. Tell me three components here. 1, 2, 3. Tell me three components here. 1, 2, 3. Then tell me the range of both of them and India's value in both of them. That's it. Who will help? Yes. The three components here is kill and three components here also kill. KIL, KIL. But there is a difference in them. Let's start. So K for knowledge. Yes. But here for knowledge, what we take in HDI for knowledge, what we take? For knowledge, we take mean years of schooling and expected year of schooling. Basically, we take years of schooling. Very good, Rashmi. Please say the details, everyone. But here for knowledge, we say literacy rate. Who is a literate? I told you, the person who can read, write and understand at least in one language more than 7 years. That is a literate. So see, knowledge is tested by different components, right? Very good. What is I in HDI? I in HDI is income. It is income which is measured by GNI per capita. Income is measured, we are not taking GDP. There is a difference between GDP and GNI. I will explain you all things, right? It's GNI per capita. Here I is there, but I is not income. Money is not everything. So we take IMR, infant mortality rate. Yes, you got my point. So here we take infant up to 1 year mortality rate. What is L? L is longevity, longevity both the ways. So here longevity, we say life expectancy at birth. In HDI we take at birth and here we take life expectancy at 1 year because we are already taking IMR up to 1 year. Everyone give me a thumbs up. Everyone, you got it? Jitne audience unni thumbs up. So without any confusion you should learn it. What's the range of HDI? 0 to 1. What is the range of PQLI? 0 to 100. Yes. Now can you tell me the values of India? India, the latest data, it's 0.633 according to 2021 SRS survey, right? So it's 70. In PQLI, it's 70. We do ranking only according to HDI, not according to PQLI. So according to HDI, the rank of India is 132 out of 186 countries. Everyone give me a thumbs up. I am done. I am done with the 2 indicators. At least achievement indicators are done. Both are achievement. Now we will see the 3 deprivation indicators. Yes, yes, Kuldeep. Very good. Yes, Osama. Do you have any doubt, even a slightest doubt? Yes or no? No. So please fill it here. Whatever I have written there, please fill it here. We will try some MCQs. If you don't have any doubt, you should answer it. Let me see who is first and who is correct. So read the question and tell me the answer. Human living standards can be compared in different countries by. So we are comparing the quality of life in different country to country. We are taking 186 countries in consideration and giving rank to them. So which indicators give the rank? Is it HDI, PQLI, Human Poverty Index or daily? Which is giving the ranking? What is India's rank? Yes, yes. Osama, very good. First to answer. Aditya, Sunanya, Ram, Kuldeep, Roshni, Gaurav, Abdullah, everyone is right. The correct answer is HDI. So PQLI also gives standard of living, but we don't rank in that. The value is 70, but we do not do the ranking. Ranking is done using HDI. We consider income. Money is important for quality of life. We consider that, and country to country we compare, right? The country which are more rich, they have more HDI values, right? And the countries which don't have much money, so they have less HDI value. HDI indicates the quality of life. Yes, so India's value is 130. What is the India's value according to HDI? Correct answer here is HDI. Can I move to the next question? Move to the next question. The next question is in front of you. HDI does not include the following. Tell me the component which is not taken in HDI. Tell me which component is not taken. Read the 4 options first. Mean years of schooling, life expectancy at age 1, real GDP per capita, and adult literacy rate. So it is a confusing question, a little bit. You will say, ma'am, life expectancy, most of them are saying B, right? Life expectancy at 1. Of course, we take life expectancy at 0. But adult literacy rate में भी कुछ लोगों को confusion होगा कि ma'am, adult literacy rate we don't take. We take years of schooling. But yeah, before 2016, instead of years of schooling, we take this only in HDI. So we can say this is also right. Not completely, but this is also right. So better to go with B, not with A. You got my point? Kuldeep, you read the question wrong. I'm not asking which is an indicator. I'm asking which is not an indicator, which is not a component of HDI. Not. The word is not. So all of the following are true except. Right? So the correct answer is B. Does anyone have any problem? Does anyone have any problem, or shall I move ahead? The correct answer is B. It's not D. Roshni, I get. Roshni, Ria, I guess you got the answer. You are saying D. I agree. Adult literacy rate is not a component of HDI. Yes, you are right. But initially, instead of mean year of schooling, we take HDI only. That's why this I will also consider right. But mean year is not 1. Life expectancy not at 1. Life expectancy is always taken at birth. So I will go with B. Yes. Yes. Okay. So this is the next question. Can you tell me the values of HDI vary between what to what? Between -1 to +1, between 0 to 1, between 0 to 3, or 1 to 3? What is the value of HDI? Varies what to what? It's very easy question. Yes, Ram, you are right. What about others? Yes, yes, Manish, Aditya. Yes, Sunanya, very good. The correct answer is 0 to 1. Very good. It's 0 to 1, right? What is India's value? What is India's value? It's 0.633. Yes, very good. The correct answer is B. Very good. This is next question. HDI includes what among the following? It is having 5 options. Maybe multiple are true. Whatever is true, you tell me. Maybe one is true. I don't know. HDI includes what? Does it include infant mortality rate? Does it include life expectancy at birth? Does it include life expectancy at 1 year of age? Does it include adult literacy rate? Does it include GDP? What you will say? What you will say? ABD. Oh my God. Ram, I am asking for HDI, not for PQLI. You are getting confused, I guess. Infant mortality rate is not taken in HDI. So most of them are saying B. Some are saying B, D, E. 3 things are there. Lekin D to purana hai, not new. In the newer one, we say mean year of schooling. In the old HDI, we take adult literacy rate. But in the newer one, we take schooling. So I will not say D also. Right? What about E? Yeah, B, D, E, the 3 options are correct. If it is a PGI question, go with 3. Right? But if it is a NEET PG, go only with B. Right? Adult literacy rate, we don't take it nowadays. Nowadays, we take mean year of schooling and expected year of schooling. It is the old one. And we don't take GDP exactly, we take GNI. We take GNI. So yeah, broadly these are also true. You got my point? Yes. So okay, let me go. Yeah, this is the next question. PQLI lies between. What is the value of PQLI between what and what? PQLI lies between what and what? Is it 0 to 1, 0 to 10, 0 to 100 or 1 to 10? Everyone is right. It's 0 to 100. Yes. It's 0 to 100. I'm asking for PQLI, Gaurav. It's not A. I'm not asking about HDI. HDI is 0 to 1. PQLI is 0 to 100. So mind the question very carefully. Yes, yes. Don't be sorry. Yes. But please improve your mistakes. Do whatever mistakes you want to do it here. Once you do it mistake now, you will never forget it. So PQLI 0 is between 0 to 100. You got my point? Okay. The correct answer is C. Okay. Can you answer it? What is PQLI? First decide, is it an objective component or subjective component? Of level of living or quality of living? You decided. Subjective ki objective? Level of living or quality of living? So all these components are for quality of living. So answer is not A and B, not level of living. Among the quality of living, is it subjective or objective? Is it subjective or objective? I told you these are subjective components. These are not objective. The quality of life is always subjective. Maybe I am thinking that I am having a quality life, but you think my life is not quality. It is your views. It is not my views. So it is subjective, changing from subject to subject. I think your life is not quality. It is not worth. But you think no, your life is quality. Right. So it is subjective. So correct answer is D. Yes, very good. The correct answer is D. Right. The next question. Let me explain you the question and options first. The options are these, A, B, C, D. Among this A, B, C, D, you have to give me the answer. Can you see the four options A, B, C, D below? First read the question. PQLI takes in consideration what among them? क्या consideration में लेता है? See the options. Is it taking life expectancy at birth? Is it taking life expectancy at age 1? Is it taking infant mortality rate in consideration? Is it taking literacy rate in consideration? I am talking about PQLI, the second indicator. What all? It is taking only 1, 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 or 2, 3, 4. What is the correct answer? What is the correct answer? Who will give me the correct answer? Who will give me? Among these, what all we will take in consideration in PQLI? First select. First select. In PQLI, we don't take life expectancy at birth. No. In HDI, we take life expectancy at birth. Here, we take life expectancy at the age of 1 year because we take infant mortality rate. And for knowledge, we take literacy rate. So 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 are given in option D. Not C, Chotu. Option D. 2, 3, 4. Absolutely right, Gaurav. It is 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4 is given in option D. Yes, question is little bit complicated, but I guess if you think properly, now you can solve it. The correct answer is D, right? So basically, out of the 5, we are done with these 2. We are done with these 2 to measure the quality of life, and both of them are achievement indicators. Give me a thumbs up, right? Let me talk about the deprivation indicators. Now, 3 next deprivation indicators. Let me start with human poverty index. The next is human poverty index. It is measuring the deprivation of a country. The negative indicator, not the positive indicator, right? So can I say HPI is a complement of HDI? Human Development Index and Human Poverty Index. They are opposite. Here we see what is the development of that country, and here we see the poverty in that country. The opposite things, right? So HDI and HPI are complementary to each other. It ranges from 0 to 100. Like it ranges from 0 to 100. Like this only, PQLI only, right? Like PQLI, it ranges from 0 to 100. Now it is of 2 types, Human Poverty Index 1 and 2. 1 is for developing countries and 2 is for developed countries. Here we take 3 components. Here out the 3 are same, but the 4th one we add. That's it. So here we take 4 components in developed countries. So India is a developing country. For India, we will take HPI 1, right? But US is a developed country. For US, we will say HPI 2, right? So HPI 1, the 3 dimensions are, let me tell you, here we will not say, please understand, it is a deprivation index. We will not say life expectancy at birth, at 1 year. No, हम एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करेंगे कौन कितना जिएगा, हम देखेंगे कौन कितना जल्दी मरेगा. It is a negative index, right? So we will see the vulnerability at early age, the vulnerability of death at early age, the premature death. So probability at birth of not surviving at the age of 40. Please understand. Imagine, let me draw a map of India. I'm not good at drawing. Okay. So any child, any newborn is born in India today. Just suppose anywhere in the world. Just suppose this is a newborn born today, anywhere in the country, right? So there can be 2 possibilities. Either you say the probability, how many years the child will survive. If the child is surviving in this country, applying current mortality and morbidity on the child. So that is a positive indicator. That is known as life expectancy at birth. We are expecting how many years the child will survive. The second thing we see, there are how many chances that this newborn who is born today, we are expecting how many chances. The probability percentage. What is the probability percentage this newborn will die before the age of 40 years? That is considered as premature death in India. If someone is dying before 40 years now, that is considered as premature death. So applying the current mortality and morbidity of our country on this newborn, we are expecting. This is not reality. Everything is expectation. So that is known as vulnerability to early death. Vulnerability to early death. Death at early age. So probability at birth of not surviving the age of 40. Give me a thumbs up. So compare this in one country and other country. So just suppose a couple is planning to shift in one of the country out of the globe, anywhere they can go. So in which country they should shift? So they will conceive and they will have a child, right? So they will see what is the probability the child will not survive the age of 40 years. What is probability in this country, in this country, in this country? This value should be less. It should not be more. It is a deprivation index. It is not something achievement कि हाँ बहुत अच्छी बात है. ये तो बुरी बात है. अगर आपकी कंट्री में कोई बच्चा 40 years की एज तक सर्वाइव नहीं करता है, means your country do not have good health care service. Give me a thumbs up if you got my point. It is a negative indicator. This value should be as less as possible to be a good country. Give me a thumbs up. The second, knowledge. Again, we will not see how many person are literate. We will see the person who are illiterate, the lacking literacy rate. How many persons in your country are illiterate? Don't tell me positive thing. Tell me the negative thing. So this country, how many illiterate? This country, how many illiterate? This country, how many illiterate? The second, deprivation. The first deprivation is premature death. The second deprivation is knowledge lacking. That is illiteracy. And third is decent standard of living. कितने लोगों के पास नहीं है? How many persons in your country don't have decent standard of living? You will say, ma'am, what is decent standard of living? I'm having a good house, a vehicle, maybe a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler. Is it decent, ma'am? I have a cooler at my home, not AC. Is it decent or only AC is decent? So who will decide what is the value of decent standard of living, right? So there are few conditions we have taken. Percentage of population not using an improved water source, right? We all have water source at our home, but most of the homes nowadays use the purifier, water purifier or RO. So we are using a pure water for drinking. But there are many houses still in our country who don't purify. They take direct water. But there are many houses who take the water from the well directly and drink it. So at least you should get a pure water for drinking. That is the decency ka criteria, decent standard of living. If you are getting a pure water to drink, you are having a decent standard of living. That is number one. And number two, percentage of child underweight in your country. How many child in your country are underweight? The proper, they are not achieving a good weight. That's why it indicates your country don't have good nutrition, because the child is having underweight, because the child is not getting the good nutrition in your country. So these two are indicating the decent standard of living. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. So we are taking three criteria in HPI 1. What are the three criteria in HPI 1? HPI 1 के three criteria क्या हैं? Who will indicate me? Who will tell me? The first is the longevity, but say it negatively. Second is knowledge, say it negatively. And third is standard of living, decent standard of living. Say it negatively. What do you mean by negative? So longevity, we don't say life expectancy. We say probability of dying, probability of death before age of 40. That is longevity. Knowledge, we don't see how many are literate. We will say the percentage of illiterate. The percentage of illiterate. You got my point? And standard of living, where we take the pure water source and underweight. How many children are underweight and how many are not getting pure water. So if you see all these, they all are negative things in a country. Right? Give me a thumbs up if you got it. Give me a thumbs up. Yes, Gaurav, Ram, Aditya, absolutely right. So now these are the HPI 1. So that will indicate how poor is your country. That is the poverty index of your country. How poor? Is India more poor, or US more poor, or China more poor, or Nepal more? So we have various countries on the globe. We can compare the human poverty index of country to country by looking at these three criteria. There should be some standardization. Na? We cannot say कि मन से कि ये country ज़्यादा poor है. ये no, you cannot say like that. You have to prove it. Data matters, right? So you should give the data and you should prove it, right? So this is all you have to look for. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. That is HPI 1 for developing countries. What about developed countries? The countries which are already developed, the countries in Europe, the countries in US, right? So UK, they are already developed. So वहाँ पे no one dies at age of 40. 9, very few people. So here we take the prematurity death ka definition up to age of 60. How many persons in your country are dying before the age of 60, not 40? Because they are already developed. वहाँ पे 40 से पहले तो कोई death बहुत rarely होती है, right? In developing countries some deaths occur before 40, but in developed rare of the rarest death is before 40. You got me? They are already developed, they have everything good, right? They are already developed. So instead of 40, the cutoff here is 60, the premature death cutoff. Rest is same, right? So probability of not surviving up to the age of 60 or premature death up to the age of 60, right? Knowledge is same, the percentage of the people who are illiterate, lacking literacy, it is same. So longevity may a little bit change. Instead of 40, we are taking 60, the cutoff of premature death. Knowledge is same, right? Decent standard of living, here we are changing the criteria. Here everyone get a good water, pure water, because they are developed country. So we cannot take the pure water. Here all the children are overweight, underweight नहीं होते हैं. Developed country में obesity is a problem. तो वहाँ पे underweight और pure water ये criteria नहीं है decent standard of living के लिए. See BPL, how many people are below poverty line in that country? That will reflect the standard of living, right? Out of the 3, we are including a 4th criteria also in HPI 2, not in HPI 1. The 4th criteria is the social exclusion. What do you mean by social exclusion? It is unemployment. How many persons are unemployed in your country? What's the definition of unemployment? Any person who is not having a job for more than 12 months. That person is considered as unemployment. If I leave a job and since 3 months only, 4 months only, so I'm not unemployed, I will not consider. If up to 12 months I'm not doing any job, I will consider myself as unemployed. You got my point? So in your country, how many people are unemployed? That is known as social exclusion. So there are 4 criteria. Can you help me in comparing HPI 1 and HPI 2? Can you help me? HPI 1 and HPI 2. Human Poverty Index 1 and 2. Please try. Help me now. Please. Requesting. So HPI 1 is for developing countries and HPI 2 is for developed countries. The first thing you should know. Okay? Say yes. Yes. So we say 3 things here and we say 4 things here. These are deprivation index. Okay? Okay. We will try. We will try. So yes, Gaurav, the first is longevity in both of them. The second is knowledge in both of them. And the third is decent standard of living in both of them. But the criteria will differ. Decent standard of living in both of them. The fourth is the social exclusion, which is only included in HPI 2, not in 1. Right? Now tell me the differences in them. Everything is same, but you have to tell me the differences now. Try it out. Try. So longevity, we see the premature death before the age of 40 years, premature death before the age of 60 years. Right? So what is the probability in your country that a newborn will not survive up to the age of 40? What is that probability? Or newborn will not survive up to the age of 60? That is considered, right? Knowledge, percentage of illiterate in your country, percentage of illiterate in your country, that is same. That is same. Standard of living may, here we take pure water source and percentage of child underweight. Underweight, right? And here we say BPL. How many persons are below BPL? And here unemployment. The last one is unemployment. Anyone who is not having a job more than 12 months. You can learn the detail, it's good. If you can't learn, at least you should know the broader things. What is it? Give me a thumbs up. That is HPI 1 and 2. That is used for developing countries, that is used for developed countries. But it is very confusing. You'll say, ma'am, HPI 1, 2, developing, developed, thoda change. It's very confusing. Nowadays, we don't use this, we compile the 2 and make it 1. Make it 1. So that is known as multi-dimension poverty index, 2018 onwards. We don't use HPI 1, HPI 2. So you will ask me, ma'am, then why you taught us? Because many MCQ still comes in your exam on HPI 1 and HPI 2. You should know that multi-dimension poverty index, MDPI, have replaced HPI 1, HPI 2. So what is HPI 1, 2? You should know that. Nowadays we don't use ki develop ke liye alag hai, developing ke liye alag hai. No, we compile the 2 and make 1 index, the international index. That international index of poverty. That is not national. International measure of poverty. We take more than 100 countries, right, and take this index. It is known as multi-dimension poverty index, 2018 onwards. It is also having 3 dimensions. Okay. So what are the 3 dimensions here? The 3 dimensions here is health, education, and standard of living. We take health, we take these are the three dimensions. Among each dimension there are multiple. Like in health, just understand, like in health we are having two indicators, the nutrition and child. In education we are having two indicators. In the standard of living we are having 5. So total we are having 10 indicators. Total we are having, don't learn the indicators, I'm not saying you to learn, but learn total. There are 10. There are 10 indicators among three dimensions: health, education and standard of living. That's it, right? So we are done with HDI, PQLI, HPI1, HPI2 and MDPI. MDPI की value क्या है इंडिया की? It's 0.123. It's 0.123. Nowadays we don't use HPI, HPI1 and 2 now. So learn the value of MDPI. So internationally, India, the value is between 0 to 1. The value is between 0 to 1. Of course, it's not 0 to 100. 0 to 1 mein India is very poor. It's nearly 0.1. Not 0.9. It's 0.1. Up to 3 decimal, it's 0.123. Very, very poor side. You got my point? In 0 to 1 scale, it's 0.1 only. Hardly anything, right? So that is the thing. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. You got it? So that is MDPI. MDPI, multi-dimension poverty index. Here we take 3 indices, 3 dimensions: health, education and standard of living. That's it. Don't learn the indicators inside that. The last one is the global hunger index. The last one is the global hunger index. It is also including 3 indicators. In a country, how many people are hungry? More hunger. That is global hunger index. It is an international index, right? So we take 3 criteria to measure the hunger in a country. How to measure hunger in a country? People are more hungry in India or in US or in this or in that or in that. There are multiple countries, right? So how to measure the hunger of a country? There are 3 criteria, right? In your country, the proportion of the child who are undernourished, the child who are underweight, right? That means they are not taking proper calorie intake, right? So in your country, see how many child are underweight. How many child have kwashiorkor, PAM? They are underweight. They are not proper weight. They are not gaining the weight properly because they are not getting proper nutrition. So in your country, that indicates the hunger of your country. You got my point? So in inadequate calorie intake ki wajah se, how many child are underweight? Number 1. Number 2, in your country, how many child are wasted and stunted? You got the meaning of wasting and stunting? What is wasting? What is stunting? Wasting और अच्छा child किसको बोल रही हूँ मैं? Child is a person who is less than 5 years of age. 5 years से छोटे को child बोल रही हूँ मैं, right? So how many child are underweight? How many child have low weight for height, low height for age? Low weight for height is wasting and low height for age is stunting. Wasting is acute hunger and stunting is chronic hunger. I guess you can understand these points. No? So if you don't understand, these will be dealt in pediatrics also. But I will tell you the details when I teach you nutrition chapter in PSM, right? So that is wasting. In your country, how many child have wasting and stunting? That indicates the hunger of your country. And under 5, mortality. How many childs are dying? The death of a child, right? Under 5. Under 5 mortality rate. So these 3 things indicate the hunger in a country. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. Give me a thumbs up if you got it. Number 1, take under 5 child. In under 5, see 3 things. In your country, how many child do not get proper calories for the nutrition, right? So they are undernourished. You can say undernourished. Nutrition is not proper. Number 1. Number 2, in your country, how many child have wasting and stunting? Wasting and stunting. No proper weight gain, no proper height gain. Weight gain is acute. Height gain is chronic. If you acutely don't give good nutrition to a child for 1 month, not giving proper nutrition, so child will not gain weight. So I will say the child is wasting. The child is showing wasting. But if I don't give good nutrition to a child for years and years, the child will not get the height, gain the height. So that is known as stunting, right? That is a chronic malnutrition. Okay? So that is wasting. And how many childs have that? And third, how many deaths are there under 5? That is known as under 5 mortality rate. So looking at the 3 things, you can calculate the hunger in a country. That is known as global hunger index. Give me a thumbs up. Everyone give me a thumbs up. So that is the global hunger index ke 3 components. So you see the 3 components: child nutrition, child mortality, under 5 mortality, and child inadequate food supply, that is wasting and stunting. So 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, total 3 components are there, right? And that is the logo. You can see GPI ka logo ye hai. This is the logo of GPI, global hunger index, right? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. So we calculate the values according to GPI. In India, you calculate all these 3. In India, how many child do not get proper nutrition? How many child are wasting? How many child are stunting? How many child are dying under 5? You calculate all these and add the 3 components. So see India की ranking कहाँ पे आती है? I will tell you. So there is a scale of GPI. If the value is 0, that country don't have any hunger, no hunger. So the country is the best country, no hunger. Value less than 10, the country is having low hunger. The value is 20 to 35, serious hunger. 35 to 50, alarming hunger. More than 50, extremely alarming hunger. 100 is the worst. The complete country is hungry. Very poor country. You got my point? So that is a scale given. This is a scale of GPI. Where is India in that scale? I'm interested in India, right? So India's value is 27.2. Where is 27.2? 27.2 will come here. So in India, there is serious hunger. There is serious hunger. So it is in the middle. Not very good, not very bad. We want no hunger in our country. We want to achieve and make no hunger in our country. But still now we have not done that. But we are trying. The government is trying. We all are trying together, right? So yeah, so the value here is 27.2. The scale is of course 0 to 100 and India's rank is 94 among 132 countries. So that is among the global hunger index. I am done. I guess I am done. You all will help me in revising and today's chapter is done. The indicators of quality of life. Can you help me? You want this revision? Say yes or no. So tell me the 2 achievement indicators. Achievement revise karao, HDI and PQLI. First, we will revise achievement, then we will revise deprivation. Who will help me? Who will help me? Yes. Yes. It's all values depending on the population. What do you mean by that, Manish? Yes, of course, the values depend on that particular population. Like in India, what is the population? Yearly, we calculate that every year. So we have census every 10 years and we have SRS every year. So like in every country, there is a data. So on that data, we compare from country to country and we can compare the achievement index and we compare the deprivation index from country to country. Yes. Yes, Osama. So it's kill. Both are kill. But the values are different, right? What is K? Osama, what is K? Manish? Yes. Akansha? K is knowledge in both of them. But in HDI, the knowledge is mean year of schooling and expected year of schooling. Basically schooling. And here we take literacy rate, right? Knowledge is there, but literacy rate, right? I is income here. In HDI, it's income, but PQLI, money is not everything. So here we take I is infant mortality rate, right? L is longevity in both of them. So these are positive indicators. Now we will not say about dying, premature death. We will say life expectancy. एक होता है कितना जियोगे, एक होता है कितना जल्दी मरोगे. देखो कितना जियो, ग्लास आधा भरा है कि आधा खाली है, वही बात है ना. If a child is born today in India, I can see 2 things in the child. How many years the child will survive and what is the probability the child will have premature death. One is positive, one is negative. Both are expectation, no reality, right? So here we say longevity के लिए life expectancy at birth. And here we will say life expectancy at 1 year because I have already taken IMR in consideration. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Yes, yes. Very good. You got it. So what are the values? Here it's 0 to 1. It's 0 to 100. The value of India is 0.633. The value of India is 70. Now compare 0 to 1 scale, 0 to 100 scale. 0 to 1 mein India is 0.633 and 0 to 100 mein it's 70. It's 70. Ranking is done here. It's 132. Am I right? So ranking is 132 out of 186 countries. Ranking is not done here. So that's it. That's it. That is the summary of achievement. Now come on deprivation index. In deprivation, it's good if you learn HPI 1 and 2. But if you don't want to learn, directly learn MDPI. Because MDPI have replaced HPI 1 and 2 nowadays. Right? So we will try. HPI 1 and 2 mein kya hai? HPI 1 is for developing countries. HPI 2 is for developed countries. In HPI 1, we have 3 indicators. 1, 2, 3. But here we have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have longevity in both of them. We have knowledge in both of them. And we have standard of living in both of them. The last one is the social exclusion. Social exclusion here, which is an additional, that is unemployment for 12 months. Right? So that is the 4th thing additional here. So can you tell me the details? Here premature death before 40 years. Here premature death before 60 years. Knowledge mein illiterate. Don't take literate. Take illiterate. Right? Standard of living में ठीक है, इधर water source वगैरह है और यहाँ पे BPL है. Yes. In MDPI, that is multi-dimensional poverty index, we replace these two. If you don't want to learn, it's okay. Learn MDPI. Yes, MDPI. So MDPI में there are 3 things: health, education and standard of living. Among them, there are multiple indicators, total 10 indicators. I don't suggest you to learn that indicators. That's it. That's it. Give me a thumbs up. The last is the global hunger index. How to calculate the hunger of a country? How to calculate the hunger of a country? So we see under 5 population. In under 5 population, we see 3 things. Number 1 is the nutrition of that population. Proper nutrition, calorie intake मिल रहा है कि नहीं? So how many child in your country are malnourished, not getting proper calorie intake? How many child in your country are wasted or stunted? How many child in your country have mortality, under 5 mortality rate, 5 year ke under death? So these 3 are the indicator of global hunger index. India's value is 27.2. On a scale, it's serious hunger. I've told you the scale also. So it's serious hunger. Not extreme hunger, not alarming hunger, not no hunger. It's serious hunger. Everyone give me a thumbs up. All the MCQs can be compiled. All the long and short questions can be done. By this, we can compare the quality of life country to country, region to region, population to population. These are the indicators. Everyone give me a thumbs up. Jitne audience, utne thumbs up. You got it? Are you satisfied with the topic? Is it fitted in your memory permanently? Have you made this table with me? If you have already made now, it's good. If you have not done, please, this is your homework. Please do it today only. Once for all. Finish कर दो. ये ऐसा है कि in your prof also it is useful, and up to your competitive exam, many confusing questions come from this topic. You will get confused. You cannot read it in a theory. You will forget कि ये indicator उसमें था. Unless until you don't compare them, you can't learn them. You don't compare them, you can't learn them. You have to do the comparison. आज करो कि कल करना तो पड़ेगा. करना तो पड़ेगा. If you want, you should make questions from this topic. करना तो पड़ेगा. Right? And yeah, you can get the notes, ready-made notes. बहुत सारे ऐप पे available हैं जिसमें already differences are given. But if you make it your own now, you will never forget. Once you read anything, you can forget. But once you write anything now, you will not forget. It is a psychology funda. Right? So try to write as much as you can. It will fit in your permanent memory. While writing, say it out. Double fit. You got my point? Okay. So here I would like to stop. Thank you for being with me. And this is my contact number. It's 9833032948. If you have any doubt, please ask me. I will revert you back. It will take a day and two. Don't expect that instantly some student just message and instantly they expect me to message at the same moment. So I'm having a very busy schedule, right? But as soon as in a day or two I will get time, I will definitely get back to your doubt, whatever is your doubt, right? So don't forget to send your doubts here. Any study related doubt, right? Don't forget to tell your college name, university, probable exam dates. If you're a third prof student, when is your university exam? And if you're preparing for any of the competitive exam, which exam you are targeting, I can give you some suggestions related to that, right? So thank you very much. Thank you very much. In the comment section of this this session, also in all my sessions, in the comment section there is a link given. The link is to the link tree, right? So you can connect with me on the Instagram, on the Facebook, on YouTube. You are already there. In WhatsApp group, if you want to get added, on the Telegram, on multiple platforms, you can connect with me so that I can give you free educational content on all these platforms. So I request you to click on the link tree and share the link tree with all your friends, colleagues, seniors, juniors, I must say all the medicos throughout the globe, right? And join me on all these platforms. Thank you very much for being with me. If you have any doubt, kindly let me know. Akansha, I teach 5 subjects. I teach pathology, pharmacology, microbiology for the second prof. I teach PSM for the third prof, and I teach medicine for the final prof. So specifically, if you have doubt in these subjects, you can frankly ask me. In other subjects, I'm not very much excelling, but these subjects, I perfectly, any doubt, I will try to solve, right? So thank you very much. Bye-bye. Study hard. All the best. Stay blessed, stay healthy, and makes today's day a productive day. So today, when you go to sleep at night, now you should be satisfied. I have studied a lot today. It was a productive day. You should be happy while sleeping. Whether you are sleeping at 11 at night or 12 or 1, 2, 3, whatever you are going to sleep. Some students sleep early and get in the morning early. Some sleep late and wake up late, right? So whatever is your schedule, but at the end of the day, you should be satisfied and happy from inside that it was a productive day. For that, you have to plan your day. So after the session, just take a paper, take a pen and plan your day. So today it's already 10:15. So 10:15 onwards, till night what you are going to study. Split it. From 11 to 12 this one, from 12 to 2 this one, like that. Split from 2 to 4. I will take a break, whatever. Just split it and stick in front of you and just do whatever is written and make a tick mark. If it is done, make a tick mark. Every 2-3 hours assess yourself. Am I on the track? Am I doing with that speed? Oh my god, I must increase the speed, like that, right? So if you are following that, now just follow it once for one day. You yourself will realize what I am talking about. At the end, you will realize the number of the tick will give you happiness in your mind, right? The number of the more tick will be there. If you're ticking it completely now, you will be the most satisfied and happy person at night. Whatever I have planned, I have done it, right? But it's never true. Whatever you will write now, 100% tick will never be done, right? Even for me, it's not true. I plan more, but I can do it 80-90% of that. Even that gives me satisfaction. Ki, theek hai, today's whatever I have planned, I have completed 80 or 90% of that. Tomorrow I will plan again. So every day I get up in the morning, I just plan my day, then I will start working. Make a habit. You just get up, refresh yourself, take a cup of coffee, plan your day. It is my routine. I always plan my day, then I move further, right? So I'm having a class every day from 9 to 10. So that slot is fixed. Before 9 what I do, after 10 what I will do. It is fixed, right? So thank you very much. Bye-bye. It was a small study tip to make a productive day. Bye-bye, and see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow I guess there is a pathology lecture, but every alternate day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have PSM. So if you are interested only for PSM, come on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? And if you're interested in other subjects also, daily 9 to 10 I teach live. Bye bye. I'm ending this session.